Hey, beautiful people. This is Tracy Michelle with New Season Books and Media and the Free Living brand. I am doing this video because I got a lot of feedback from folks when we launched last Friday that they wanted to see the inside of the book and they wanted to know how to use it. And so I just wanted to, I'm so happy to show you the book and just to talk a little bit about how the Soul Care Planner works and what was some of the reasoning behind the design. One of the things that was very important to me was that the Soul Care Planner be a minimalist design, meaning that I really did not want it to be overcomplicated. I mean, I didn't want you to have to really think terribly hard about all the different things that you'd have to include, right? I want it to be easy for you. I wanted it to be very simple because it, especially when you're in the very beginning, it's challenging to try to incorporate, self care or soul care activities on a daily and weekly basis. It's challenging. And so I didn't want to make it any more difficult than it had to be. I knew that when I just, checked in with myself, was very intentional about what I was going to do, and then planned for that on a daily basis, that was the most that I could do. But there is also a assessment component. So what I wanted to do is just kind of walk through the book and kind of show you a little bit about the way that it's set up. So, in the beginning, there is just my note, from the creator, just to talk to you a little bit about why this is important. But if you look at week one here, it opens. You put the date, so you can date this, however you want. There's 12 weeks in every book, so you can do this once a quarter. And it opens with a quote. So, like week one opens with, "To live by grace means to acknowledge my whole life story, the light side and the dark. In admitting my shadow side, I learn who I am and what God's grace means." So that's a Brennan Manning quote. So every week kind of gives you a quote to think about, to ponder. And then the first thing that you do is just you simply talk to yourself. How about that, right? You say, "How do I intend to take care of myself this week?" And then just write out your intention. Like, this week, I really want to focus on my health, or I want to focus on, maybe listening to 2 or 3 podcasts. Um, then what you do is then there are the daily pages, right? And so the daily pages, every day starts out with a daily heart check. So if you're doing this in the morning, how are you feeling today? Like, out the gate, what's going on with you? How, are you feeling tired, exhausted? Just, I think part of self-care and the awareness of self-care is really just about understanding where you are at any given moment and what you need. You can't really meet that need if you don't have an awareness or a consciousness of where you are in a moment. And so then the next section is body, right? So you have this, opportunity. The question there says, "How do I plan to feed my body today?" So you can outline your meals here very, like, at a high level, like, I'm going to do 3 meals a day. I'm going to do 5 meals a day. I'm going to do intermittent fasting or whatever it is. I'm going to drink, 64 ounces of water a day. You can mark that there. Exercise, if you plan on getting on the spin bike 3 times a week, and then any other body activities like yoga or anything that you might do around your body. Maybe that's going to acupuncture, maybe that's getting a massage, but you fill that in, and that's what your plan is for that day, right? Maybe you only plan to exercise and that's it. That's perfectly fine for the day. Then, how do I plan to feed my mind today? Right? So this is, you want to do any reading? Are there, books or articles that you want to read? Are there podcasts that you want to listen to? So you want to listen to 2 or 3 podcasts. significant conversations that you might want to have. So maybe you need to have the talk with someone. You can even write that in there. And then the final section for the day is spirit. How did I feed my spirit today? So you can really even schedule prayer and meditation. How many minutes were you still, right? So minutes of still is like, yes, that's a thing. Like, be still, So did you on the way home pull over and at the river and sit for 5 minutes? That counts, right? And then did you do any journaling or any other activities that are more spiritual and based? And so you do that every single week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then at the end of the week, there is a little bit of like a check-in for you, right? So at the end of the week, there are your wins, so the things that you kind of nailed, and then there are the areas that you need to work on, right? So if you didn't get to the gym 3 times a week, you just mark that. It's not a judgment, it's just that you can track and pay attention in the areas. Maybe you're trying to work out, when you get home from work and you realize, no, I have to get up a little early in the morning and to work out because I'm just too exhausted at the end of the day. Hello, that's my story. And then the final section for the week is called Dear Me. And it's an opportunity for you to write really a love letter to yourself. It's like, hey, this is what we tried to do to take care of ourselves. And this is where we, won some things and we got it together. And here is where we didn't do that. And then finally, what I love is at the end of each week, we have this really amazing page that says, now let it go. All is well. You are okay. You are enough. You are healing. Turn the page and begin again. I personally need that because sometimes I can beat myself up because I didn't do all the things I wanted to do in a week. And so what this is on a weekly basis is a reminder that, hey, you know what? It's okay. You're going to be fine. It's all right. Keep going, And so that's what that is about. And so you have 12 weeks of that kind of very simple tracking. And then at the end of the 12 weeks, there is an assessment page, which is kind of like big picture over these last 3 months, right? Like, what did you learn about yourself? What worked for you? What didn't work? Were there things, events, circumstances that hindered? Because, before you start to go in on yourself about, weeks 5 through 8, you can remind yourself that you went through a tough time or you lost someone or you had grief. And so that impacted what you were able to do. And that's 100% okay. So I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to create this product for you. I just believe that a bunch of folks are going to do this and they're going to see the value of taking care of themselves on a weekly basis. They're going to be stronger, less anxious, hopefully, and they're just doing all the things that they need to do, whether that's going to therapy or whether that is, just exercising or whatever it is. Like I just feel really strongly, based on my own journey, that taking care of our souls, taking care of ourselves is critical. The whole Bible scripture that says, love your neighbor as yourself, right? But like, if you don't love yourself, then you can't love anybody else, right? Like, truly, in the way that they really need you to be there, it's hard because you're not there for yourself. You're operating on E. You're operating not out of your overflow, right? But like you're really diminishing yourself. And so that's what I hope. You're taking care of your home and business. Now let's take care of your soul. Go out and grab this free living soul care planner. Use it. Give me feedback. I'm totally open to hearing like what you would like to see, as part of it. So I'm hoping that you will support, because not just for us, although that's good, but for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.